What's up, peeps? It's me, your boy MC. We are back. We are live-ish in the Lego Lounge. Lego Light is on. I think I said those out of order, but it's my channel. I do what I want. Peeps, we're back to review the 2025 Lego Family Christmas Tree set number 41843. 3,171 pieces, and it was a glorious build. I'm sure if you watched part one, the actual build, you could tell I had a great time. Go check it out over there if you didn't see it. But I wanted to make this a separate video just because I knew there was going to be far too much to talk about to keep that video condensed. But we're going to run the full Romania Bricks super proprietary ultra precise Lego review system on this tree because it was an excellent build and I just want to talk about it. And it's a new-ish set. It's still just now Christmas, so it just came out this year, 2025. I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way so it's not blocking my microphone. But let's do it. 5 categories. We got appearance, minifigs, playability and functions, build experience, and then last but not least, the value, what I think this is worth. So let's go over it. I'm going to try to combine some things today. So I'm going to talk about appearance while also filming the close-up, and then we'll splice those two together. So hopefully it's not as long of a video, but let's go ahead. First of all, you can see, man, how fantastic does this tree look? Just closed up, haven't opened anything, haven't shown off any of the insides of it. It's just a beautiful looking Christmas tree, even if you didn't include anything else. It was just this. Oh my goodness. I would be so stoked with this alone. Let me go ahead and bring over the old Lazy Susan. Boop. So, also, right off the top, man, this box looks great. I mean, you would expect that this would be a black box kind of set with between the price tag and between the size and everything. You'd almost expect this to be a black box set, but no, it's beautiful colors. 9+. I'm kind of surprised at that age, but yeah. Front, back, I've got it reversed, but whole thing looks super fantastic. Came with 6 manuals, so up to 6 builders if you wanted to do a team build. I'm selfish. No, I'm kidding. I actually asked. Nobody wanted to take me up on it. So 6 beautiful manuals. And then you technically get a 7th manual because this is how you break the whole tree down to put it back in the box for storage until next year, when you can put the thing back together in sections instead of spending 8 hours rebuilding piece by piece. All right, let's go ahead and do our close-up. All right, here we go. Here's the tree. We're gonna start at the top. Look at that beautiful star. We're gonna work our way down. All these lovely leaf elements. Got these little crystals on there that I assume are supposed to represent the Christmas lights. Some sporadically throughout, you got the bows with the star underneath. Then we got various Christmas bulbs, orange and red. And all the way down to the base, where you got the stalk coming down in there. You got your standard little leaf elements, gold leaf elements. You got another little bow. More gold elements. I love all the red and gold. That's kind of the standard for Lego now when it comes to Christmas. And then also got this beautiful little train scene. You turn the little knob down here, and the train comes around the mountain. When she comes, she'll be coming around the mountain. There's also a little village scene you can see. Some little houses in there, some trees, some snow. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Pull it out, show it all to you. 360 build. Everything looks so good. All right, let me open it up and show you guys the inside. All right, I would have loved to show you guys me opening it up, but I just don't have enough hands to record and open it. It is a tad bit fragile, opening and closing. It's not like I think anything's gonna fall apart, but anyways, let's get back to appearance. So over here on the left side, you can see we got some panels going on. This is a Santa's arcade. Got a little pinball machine over there, some arcade games. I mean, there's details literally all over this. You can see in the background, there's the window. It goes to the other side of this tree. We got another little element up here. Then, once again, if I turn that knob that I showed you guys with the train, look what else is connected. You got a little Christmas tree that spins around in here. Absolutely beautiful. You got the candy canes going down the side there. Again, more, I guess this must be the top winners in the arcade. All the different elves. That's what they hang out and do when they're not working. And we move down to the bottom floor. And over on the left-hand side, you can see the mailbox. This is where you can drop the mail in. There's the door that goes to the other side of this entire structure. And then over here, you got a little sewing machine and some presents and some other items being built over here. Bunch of stickers, but it's all good. I believe that, if I remember correctly, that clock was printed, but the rest of this is all stickers. But love the little floor structure they got. The colors look great. Again, more candy cane poles on the sides. I don't know what these little red light or red circles represent. They're all throughout the build. I guess just lighting maybe. All right, and then we'll spin her around. I already opened her up. Boom. So coming down to the first floor, you got a little cafe type situation going on over here. Little table, like little drink dispenser, I think that's supposed to represent. In the back, there's the other side of that mailbox. And you can see there's some letters in there right now. Once again, if I turn the knob for the Technic to work, the clock moves. And then you can also see up here the tree in the background through the light, but excuse me, through the window. Bam. Over here we got the little barista side, I guess. We got some baked goods being made, little coffee machine. Got your little server's window in the back there, and then fire burning in the background. Very, very cozy situation. And moving up top, Santa's command center. He's got lists on the wall, who he's got to call, Ghostbusters. All his computers going on here. This beautiful see-through computer screen that is printed. The rest of these are all, nope, sorry, the little computer sloped pieces, the double mini mountains, if you will. Those are all printed, but the rest of these are all stickers. But yes, the computer screen in the background that's clear that you can see through to the other side of the structure is printed, which is very nice. And that's it. That is the entire build. Again, you can spin it around. Now, I know it looks like there's a bunch of gaps in here. It's because I opened it up. And when you open it up, it kind of pushes all the leaves away. So when I close everything back up, I'll have to realign all the leaves and then it looks good again. All right. All right. So there was your close-up, as well as we covered the category of appearance. So much going on in there. And we didn't even cover the minifigs yet. We'll get to that next. So I kind of am, when I tell you my score, I'm kind of considering all this in my score of appearance, but we'll cover that in the next category. So the one thing that I felt about this tree, as far as appearance goes, that could have maybe been a little bit better is I could have used a few more bulbs. They did the bulbs sporadically throughout. Now they did have all these little crystals, and I think those look great, but to me those are supposed to represent the Christmas lights. They do have the random little bows throughout. Those look really cool. I could have used a few more bulbs since we didn't really get any other ornaments minus the star. You know, you get the star, again, the little crystals represent the lights, and then a few bows, but and you know, maybe there was a few dozen, not even a, you know, there's a couple dozen bulbs in here. So I could have used a few more personally, but for some people less is more. So to somebody else, this may be perfect the way it is. I just personally would have liked a few more, but that is like the most minor complaint about appearance. I mean, this thing looks fantastic. Now, I will say, you can see I'm still sitting here messing with the leaves. I said it yesterday on the actual build. If you ever built a fake Christmas tree, you put it up, you spend some time working with the leaves and the branches and trying to get them where you want them. So it's kind of the same thing, especially after you open it up and then you close it back up. They kind of all push out of the way. So you got to just take a little bit of time and readjust everything. But that's just part of owning a fake Christmas tree. And this is a fake Christmas tree. So my score, I'm giving it a 9.5. I only taken a little bit off because, again, I could have used a few more bulbs. But overall, the colors are amazing. These new leaf elements, these are brand new to this set. As of today, these are only in this set. They look amazing. They are so good. I really enjoyed them. I like the way they look, the way they feel. They're solid. I don't feel like they're going to break. And they give you that really nice, expensive Christmas tree look. I love it. So 9.5 out of 10. That is my score. All right, moving on. I'm going to move the tree out of the way, and I'm going to do a close-up of all the minifigs. All right, so for minifigs, starting out here, you got so many themes, by the way. I love what they did with this. You didn't just cover one little theme. You're like, let's get them all. So we got a little space elf going on here. The only thing that's kind of funny about this one, and a couple other ones, they don't have any ears to designate them like elves, but it's fine. He's got two-sided face. He's got his little walkie-talkie. He does have printing on the back. Obviously, you can't really see it because he's wearing his little jetpack. But man, he looks so cool. Printing on the shirt. No arm printing. Obviously, the elves all have the short legs, so no leg printing or dual molded legs, but I love that. Look at that. It's not just space, it's Santa space. Looks awesome. Next along the line, you got a little knight. I believe he had a two-sided face as well. Got his little sword, his Christmas bow, shield, and again, he's got a little bit of printing on the back. Nothing too crazy, but I love him. He looks awesome. He is smiling underneath the helmet, which is really funny. This guy, I'm not really sure what he's supposed to represent. The Santa cat he's got on his shirt. He's got a little cup of milk. He does have the hat with the ears built into it. He, I think, he may be the only one. Or no, he does have a dual-sided face. One of these don't, but I don't remember which one. Anyways, he looks fantastic. Did he have printing on his back? Yep, he's got a little sweater. That looks great. This guy, again, I don't even know what he's supposed to represent. I'm calling him the Octo Elf because he looks like Dr. Octo, whatever, from Spider-Man. I said that 2 days in a row now, and I can't even remember what his name is. I know what it is. It's just not coming to me. He's got his little camera, his little gamer controller. He's got some extra hands going on. I'm thinking he's the super elf that makes everything. He's just got a bunch of stuff going on. He's got his cute little jacket on with the stripes on the front. I don't remember if he has printing on the back, but he's got this whole pack, so you can't really see the back anyway. You got a little skier here. He does have some skis. I just put him over there to the side while I was doing this so he could stand up. He's got his little gold colored. Again, everything's gold and red. His little skis, his jacket with the little Christmas tree on it, his goggles, his hat. He's super happy. He's ready to go tear it up. He looks great. You got these little mini animal figs, manimal figs as I'm calling them. It was so funny because they're obviously not traditional animal figs even. These are almost look like Squishmallows. I thought they were hilarious. Little snowman's got his his little cap. Little other dude's got his little reindeer ears. Nothing on the back, but I don't even think they're considered minifigs to begin with. They're just little animal figs, and they're cute as crap. Really like them. They're so fun. We got Santa Cat. He is not a minifig, but he is a buildable figure, so I threw him in there anyway. Printed face. Rest of this is brick built. He looks really fantastic and actually inspired me to go put a Christmas hat on my buildable cat that I did earlier this year. Boom, we're back to Santa. He does have a bag, but it's sitting on the sleigh right now. But dual molded legs. He does have printing on the front. He's got his big old smile. He looks like Santa Claus. Printing on the back. Man, Santa is spot on with his beard, hat. He could be a little fatter, I guess, but he's got the white hands because he's got his white gloves all the time. And then last but not least is Mrs. Claus. I believe she's making some baked goods. I wasn't quite sure what this was in her hand at first. And then they had you build that. And I was like, oh, I think this is a piping bag. And that makes sense to the rest of the tree because they had the little bakery area. She's got a nice little dress on. Printed on the front. Printing on the back of the torso anyway. Not on the back of the dress. But again, no arm printing on any of these characters. But does it really need it? Does Santa have printing on his jacket? Probably not. Does Mrs. Claus do elves? Nah. In a real scenario, they probably don't. So I thought they all looked really, really great. So, on the topic of minifigs, I forgot too. There's a little reindeer. Standard reindeer, nothing special. But little reindeer that came with it as well. I have no notes. I can't say anything about these. They look great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minifigs, 2 little animal figs, a reindeer fig, a buildable cat. 10 out of 10. I can't. I got no notes. It looks all fantastic. And I mean, what more could you ask for? It's so much. All right. Moving on. Next category, playability and functions. So, obviously this is meant to be, I would say this is meant to be more of a display piece than anything. But it does obviously open up. You can open up 4 different chambers, if you will. You've got the Technic function, which I thought was so awesome. I think I knew that they had a little train in there, but I don't know that I knew that it moved. I definitely didn't know there was a Christmas tree and a clock all connected up to the same Technic. I was really stoked. You guys know I like Technic, at least if you've been here before. I'm a fan of Technic. I love it. I love technical stuff, even though I'm not good at technical stuff. But I like to be challenged. I like trying new things. So I really, really enjoyed the Technic aspect. Sorry, got a little tickle in my throat. Really had a good time with that. So, can you play with it? Sure. Obviously, if you do, you're going to be spending a bunch of time rearranging all your leaves afterwards. But, I mean, I guess if somebody wants to play, you got a whole cast of minifigs. You got your Santa sleigh. There's an arcade. There's a bakery. There's a Santa's workshop. There's a Santa's command center. There's so much going on in there. So, I think you can play with it if you want. Functions, again, it's mainly just your Technic thing going on, but again, I think this is more of a display piece than anything. So, what did I give this? I think I said 8 out of 10, which is still a solid score if you ask me, for a set that I don't think is really intended to be played with, but I guess 9+, so I don't know. I'm not going to really play with it. It's going to go in my Christmas village, and then when people come over, I'm certainly going to show it off. But it's mostly going to be a display piece for me. All right, guys. Build experience. So, I don't got a lot of notes on this. The big thing I will say, so there were 24 stickers. You guys know I don't like stickers, but it is what it is. LEGO loves their stickers. There was a couple printed pieces, but mostly stickers in this set. So, that part is always a ding for me. The other thing that I'll say, so I loved all the Technic. I had a great time building all the Technic, and I enjoyed the entire experience, honestly. There was a couple things that I thought could have been done a little different, right? So the section of the tree that swings out is attached by a couple ball joints, and they would have you create the arm first, attach the arm into the mainframe, and then build out the section that swings out, and then attach that up to the arm. Except once you did that, you got all the leaves on the exterior, so you tend to start knocking the leaves all over the place, and that gets a little frustrating, and knocking things off, knocking some of the ornaments off. So I would have preferred, and what I ended up doing, I changed after I did it a couple times. I was like, all right, this is silly, is when it told me to connect the arm up, I did it. I waited, I built out the next section, I connected them up, and then I connected it into the main section, and I felt like that was a little bit easier of a build technique than the way they designed it. It wasn't bad, it was just a little more challenging than it needed to be, in my opinion. So that was a little downer for me. Also, I mean, you can see it's a tree. It's just it's a crap load of leaves, a crap load of, you know, little crystals for the lights. It's a bunch of the same stuff. So it does get a little repetitious. But I'm not giving it a giant ding for that, because again, for me, the standard of repetition is that guy right there. That train track was brutal putting together. It's just the same thing over and over and over. Whereas this did get repetitious at times, but it would be this section that's a few steps. This section that's a few steps. This section that's a few steps. And then you kind of go back through it and do it again, right? Does that make sense? It might not make any sense unless you build it, but there would be, you would see patterns throughout. But it wasn't like I had to set up an assembly line and just go right? It wasn't repetitious like that. It was just the same build technique again and again. And then like you would build something on the right, but then you would have to build it on the left. So it would be a mirror of it. So you essentially did the same thing twice, but one is for the left side and one is for the right side. So a smidge repetitive, but to me, not obnoxiously so. Something I did like a lot though, right? First of all, this is over 3,000 pieces. Now, if you guys remember, we just did the Bat Cave not too long ago. That was about 4,000 pieces, and it was stretched out across my whole table. It took up so much space. This, even though it is a lot of pieces, and by the way, I said it yesterday, not a lot of small pieces. There are some small pieces, but let me tell you, my arthritis was killing me yesterday, and it had nothing to do with this set. It was just because of the cold and rainy weather. It wasn't, if this had been 1,000 tiny pieces, I would have been done for. There's no way I would have got through it the way I did. But because it is a lot of bigger, chunkier pieces, I was good with it, you know? So, and it's compact. It's obviously vertical, but it didn't take up a ton of real estate, right? So I could set it off to the side, and then the other part to this, what I was about to say, sidetrack, you know, is you would build a section here on the table and then bring the main build back in, attach it, and slide that off for 10, 20 minutes. Build up another section, bring the main build back in, attach it, and then back off to the side for another 10, 20 minutes. So I love that aspect because I don't have to have all of this in front of me at all times. Even though, again, unlike the Bat Cave, it doesn't take up that much space. So it's not a huge deal if I had to keep it right in front of me. But I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of build a section, attach a section, build a section, attach a section. That's the way I like it. Obviously, they're not all that way, but really enjoyed that aspect of this build. So with that being said, I gave it a 9 out of 10. So like I said, I dinged it a little bit for stickers, a little bit for the repetitive, but overall, really enjoyed it. If you don't like Technic, I don't think the Technic is that difficult. I thought it was relatively easy, Technic, but maybe get, you know, it's a 6-person build. Maybe get a family member that likes Technic to come over and do the Technic section, but I didn't think it was that difficult at all. It's nothing like the McLaren or Bugatti, I'll tell you that much. All right, moving on. The final category is value. So, you know, you guys know how I feel about this. It's very subjective. Everybody has their own standard of what they deem valuable. Original price, sticker price, $330, which comes out to about 10.4 cents a piece. So some things, you know, normally I'd probably be like, that's a little high for saying something isn't branded. It's not an IP of any kind. It's just a Christmas tree, right? It's not an icons. It's not a ideas program. There's nothing about this that necessarily would be like, oh yeah, it deserves a higher sticker price. Now, obviously we know all the prices are kind of up now anyway, but this does seem a little bit on the higher side. Here's my things, okay? So, they did some unique things with this set, right? The breakdown concept, I think, is fantastic. While also taking it back a step, the group build thing is super cool. The fact that they gave you 6 different manuals, each person can take a manual, build their section, and then bring it all together. That would be super cool if you know, your family's into that. The fact that you get this big, beautiful box, and it is designed specifically for taking it down and storing it. And then they give you the spare box to put your minifigs and any little pieces like the star can just go in this little box, and then put that all back inside the big box, store that away for a year, and then bring it back out when you're ready. I thought that was so cool. And we all know you don't keep out I mean, maybe some people keep out the Christmas decorations all year, but most people, I think, store them away for the year until it's time to bring them out. So I thought that was genius. I love that. You know, the 24 stickers, that part stinks. That brings down value for me a little bit. I'm not a fan of stickers. I wish they were all printed. And they did print some things. Well, I don't understand the thought process. But it is what it is. Again, I really loved the fact that this thing is compact. Even though it is over 3,000 pieces, it's not taking up a massive amount of space. And I love the technique of build and add. I love all that about it. And again, you've got these brand new leaf elements that aren't in any other set yet. So I assure that cost Lego a little bit of money to produce those. The Technic function, you know, like how many Christmas trees do you know with a built-in Technic? You know, that is so much fun in there. Even though they got the little micro train, but man, I don't know. I love this. I think it's so awesome. The play functions that are built into it. You know, this isn't just a Christmas tree. You get so much interior, so much fun going on inside of the tree. You've got an amazing cast of minifigs. I'm absolutely in love with this set. I'm so glad I picked it up this year. I thought about waiting, but I just couldn't resist. It looks so good. I had such a good time building it. Yeah, I highly recommend it. What did I say for value? I gave it a 9. You know, is a little bit pricey. sure, but I think they gave you so much for what you paid for. It was worth it to me. I think I bought it on double points weekend too, so I was definitely getting something for it, but I wanted it anyway because I wanted that train from the time I saw it was coming out. I was like, oh, I want a Christmas train, and then I got disappointed because the Christmas train didn't have the motors. But I knew I wanted that train and this, and have the train running around it. Unfortunately, the train's not going to move unless I manually touch it. That's another story. You know, you guys know how I sidetrack. Yeah. Overall, what a great build. Let me see. I didn't even tally my score up. All right. Trying to do public math is a terrible idea, peeps. Don't do it. Don't do public math. 45.5 total score on the board. Or it might be this side. I never remember what side things are on. I guess it's all flopped. So anyways, stop talking, MC. I loved it. I highly recommend it. I'm going to have this one for years and years to come. It's going to excite me every year to pull it out. And I highly recommend this set. If you can afford it, you know, don't go breaking your bank, you know. But if you got the extra money, or if it goes on sale, you know, that's a great time. Always look for those sales. You got a bunch of VIP points saved up, maybe. Man, so good. I'm half considering going and picking up a few more of these bulb elements and throwing them on here. I just think they look so good. Man, yeah, love it. Peeps, that's all I got for you today. If you guys enjoyed this, please do all the things. See you guys on the next one. It's gonna be my final Christmas build, upscaled Santa Claus. Holla!